Well, it's time for another cooking class out here in the desert using my stove oven combination gadget, which you see right here. Now, what I'm going to make right now are chocolate chip cookies. So the oven is preheating. It has to preheat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. What I've discovered and what I read in the comments about people who bought this particular oven, the built-in thermometer that you see right there is very inaccurate. So I have a regular oven thermometer that I bought and it's hanging there off the wire rack. And that gives me a much more accurate temperature reading. And unlike conventional ovens, when this reaches 350, it doesn't shut off. So the person who's doing the cooking has to constantly monitor the temperature on the gauge hanging inside the oven. And when it reaches 350, you simply turn off the gas flame that's underneath that bottom panel. And I've noticed that the oven stays at 350 when I do that, but then it does start to cool off. When that happens, you simply turn the gas back on for another minute or two and let the oven heat back up to 350. So that's the only drawback to this oven, is that it doesn't shut off automatically when it reaches the required temperature. But otherwise, it'll cook anything. And so on top are two burners that you see there, and then in the back, it just runs on a simple propane canister that you see right there. So almost at 350, and then I'm going to put the chocolate chip cookie dough into the oven, and we'll see how it bakes. Okay, so the oven reached 350 degrees in about 6 or 7 minutes. This does heat up pretty quickly. So I turned off the gas to maintain that temperature, and I'm going to put the tray of chocolate chip cookies into the oven, and keep an eye on my thermometer there. It's supposed to be at 350 degrees. So we'll let those bake. They're supposed to bake for 12 to 15 minutes, and then we'll check on them and see how the oven's doing and see if it maintains that temperature without me having to turn the flames back on. Okay, I'm about halfway through the cooking time, and I had to turn the gas back on to get it back up to 350. It dropped to about just above probably 325. So almost back at 350, but you can see that the built-in thermometer, I can't even see what that says, but I think it says 350, I don't know, but it's inaccurate. So that's why I bought a regular dependable oven thermometer. And you can see the cookies in there are baking. So we're about halfway through. So we'll see how they come out. What's nice about this oven is that it'll accommodate a 13 by 9 inch dish as well as an 8 by 8 dish. So it's pretty practical. And of course you have the two burners on top, like I mentioned. And so far I've been really happy with it. It works well. Like I said, the only thing is the temperature thing on the oven. It doesn't shut off automatically when it reaches your temperature. You have to sort of monitor it and play with it. But you can see, yeah, it's right at 350, so I'm going to have to turn the gas off again and let it cool down a little bit, and so on and so forth. So, but yeah, that's the Camp Chef stove oven combination. Pretty cool. Well, I think that should about do it. I unfortunately forgot to bring pot holders, so I'm using a clean sock. And let's get this out of here and see how these chocolate chip cookies came out. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. Let me get them off the pan and onto this piece of foil here, and then we'll do a taste test. So there they are, freshly made chocolate chip cookies. And I got some milk here to go with them. So let me try one of these. Check that out. Oh yeah, that's the mother lode right there. How many abandoned mine explorers, or anybody in the desert for that matter, is sitting down right now to freshly baked chocolate chip cookies and a cold glass of milk out in the middle of basically nowhere. Probably not too many, I would guess. But here's a shot looking around behind me. So let me get back to these 4 chocolate chip cookies and enjoy some desert baking out here in the middle of nowhere. Check that out. So that's the Camp Chef stove oven, and it really does work. And I need a swig of milk. Nothing better than cold milk and warm chocolate chip cookies. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next one.